Now try to break
This
the
content
signal.
pipeline
Test
looks
1
busy
is
and
the hidden
polished.
blocker.
5
In the
fictional
stage
projects
only
are in
view,
editing,
VID
3 are in
003,
script,
and every stage has a color. So
in the
what is the
decision
bottleneck?
It is
The tempting
blocked
answer
because
is
the original
editing because
screen
that column is
demonstration is
largest.
missing.
But ask what
the narrow
prevents the
action
next project
is to
from
record
moving,
the demo,
and the board cannot
the honest
tell us.
boundary is
One
that
edit
one missing
is waiting
asset
for an
is not
original
proof
screen
of a
demonstration.
system-wide recording
Another
constraint.
needs a title
Test
decision.
2
Two
is a
are not
stale
blocked
date.
at all.
Move
The
VID
largest
006
pile is not automatically
from
the
script to
constraint.
record. In
But
this
deliberately
video, we will
leave
rebuild
stage
the
entered
same fictional
unchanged.
12 project
The
view
age
around
signal now
actions
says
we
it
can
has
take.
been in record
Then
for
try to
9
break
days,
the result.
even though it moved
Everything
today.
you see is invented
That is a
for this
confident-looking
demonstration.
false signal.
There are no
We
real
need a manually
projects,
verified
analytics,
stage state,
clients,
a trustworthy
or production
change
results
log in a
here.
suitable system.
I am not
or
claiming
no
this
age
design
calculation.
increases output,
Correct
views,
the date,
revenue,
and add a
or
visible
quality.
review flag.
The question
When a
is
stage
narrower.
changes,
Without
can the
a
view
confirmed
identify
date
one
update,
asset
a volatile
we can unblock,
timestamp
and can it
formula
admit
is not history.
when the data
Test
is
3
not
is the
enough to
pileup
call
itself.
something a bottleneck?
Editing still contains 5 items. Is editing the
review needs
bottleneck?
to answer
3
2
rows are
questions.
recent and
Which
unblocked.
asset cannot
One
move
waits
right
for
now,
original
and what
footage.
specific
One
action
waits
could
for
change
human
that?
title decision.
I will use the word
The count
bottleneck
combines
carefully.
work that can
A
move
queue
with
is
work
a count
that
of
cannot.
items.
We can
A
say
constraint
editing
is
has
something
the
limiting
largest
flow.
queue in this
A
fictional
large
snapshot.
queue can be a clue.
We cannot
but
say
this tiny
editor
fictional
capacity
snapshot
caused it.
does not establish
conclusion
capacity,
would need a defined
arrival rate,
observation
completion
window,
rate, or
trustworthy
cause.
stage
The view should
changes,
expose
arrivals,
evidence. A
exits,
human decides
capacity,
what that
and
evidence
repeated
means.
evidence.
Start with the
The
common
useful
first
actions
version.
today are
Asset
narrower.
ID, working
Record
title,
the missing
format,
footage,
stage, and owner.
and schedule the
Because this
title
is a
decision.
one-person example, owner contains the same value on all 12 rows. The stage colors are easy to scan, but color does not explain why an item is there. Filter to editing and ask which item can move. There is no answer. Maybe the first row is oldest. Maybe it is blocked. Maybe it is deliberately paused. Stage describes location, not the decision. That is the information gap we need to close, without turning the sheet into a database of everything we might someday want to know. Add only fields that change the review. First, stage entered, a date we manually verify in this fictional demonstration. It helps us ask how long the item has been in its current stage, but it is not an audit log. Next, blocked, yes or no. Then a controlled blocked reason, input missing, decision pending, asset missing, technical issue, capacity, or none. A reason is still not an action, so add next unblock action. Written as a verb plus an object. Record original screen demonstration, choose one title promise, or replace unlicensed music. Finally, add review gate, not ready, human review or approved. Automated progress cannot turn that field to approved. It records a human decision. Now build an unblock queue. Show only rows where blocked is yes, and keep asset ID, stage, blocked reason, and next unblock action visible. One more integrity rule matters. If blocked is yes, but next unblock action is blank, label the row review. A label without an action would recreate the same problem in more columns. Notice what this view does not do. It does not guess a formula for every spreadsheet product or locale. It does not convert a status into approval. It simply puts the evidence needed for the next review in one place. In our fictional queue, VID 003 is in editing. The reason is asset missing. And the next action is record original screen demonstration. More editing time cannot create footage that was never recorded. The proposed action belongs outside the editing task. That makes it actionable, but it still does not prove that recording is the channel's overall bottleneck. Apply the deletion test. Owner contains the same creator on all 12 rows. It does not change a decision in this one-person example, so remove it from the active view. Review gate stays. Even a solo creator may need a second human to check facts, rights, privacy, captions, disclosures, or packaging. A progress formula cannot approve those responsibilities. This sheet is a review aid, not a full production platform. Reconsider it when you need reliable change history, granular permissions, many dependencies, automated publishing, concurrent editors, secure sponsor or customer data, or an audit trail. The design principle is not to collect more fields. It is to preserve the few fields that alter a real review decision. The comparison established that a decision-first view can expose why a fictional item is blocked and what action might change it. It did not prove a productivity gain, a universal workflow, or that the largest queue caused anything. If the evidence is weak, the view should say so. If approval belongs to a person, the system should keep that boundary visible. Without sharing private project information, which blocker is hardest to see in your workflow? Missing input, a pending decision, or a missing asset? Use that category as one test case, not as a reason to add 10 more columns. If a field does not change a review decision, leave it out.